Howdy, and welcome to a Wednesday night Bible study. I'm Pastor Henry D. Phillips, and I'm excited to explore a very important passage with you tonight. Our lesson is called God Sees Nathanael. And our insights come from the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 43 through 51. This pivotal passage, a cornerstone of Jesus' early ministry, reminds us of God's complete knowledge of us, even before we meet him, and his desire to reveal himself to humanity through Jesus Christ. We'll discover how God's omniscience, his all-knowing nature, is not just an abstract concept, but a powerful, practical reality that affects how we are called, how we relate to Jesus, and how we recognize his deity, particularly through the remarkable encounter Jesus has with Nathanael under the fig tree. We'll see that a life rooted in trusting an all-knowing God is one of integrity and deep conviction. It's a life where we find meaning not in being skeptical or focusing on outward appearances, but in recognizing and responding to God's all-seeing wisdom as he calls us into relationship with his Son. So get ready, because we're going to unlock some timeless truths about divine omniscience and the power of Jesus to reveal God, strengthen your faith, and refine your character. But before we begin, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're participating through YouTube, please help us spread the word by liking and sharing this video. If you have any questions or thoughts as we study the Gospel of John, please leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to respond. You can also reach out via email, which you'll find in the video description. We're always appreciative of hearing from you. And if you have any prayer requests, you can share them with us in the comments below, or you can send a text to 209-565-2116. That number is also in the description of the video. Your prayer requests will go directly to the intercessors. So thank you for being a part of our community, and if you'd like to see more content from the Open Door House of Prayer, please subscribe to our channel. Tonight, our focus will be on the scripture found in the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 43 through 51. I'm going to read it into your hearing from the New King James Version. Verse 43. The following day, Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and he found Philip and said to him, "Follow me." Now, Philip was from Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Philip found Nathanael and said to him, "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." And Nathanael said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Philip said to him, "Come and see." Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him, and he said of him, "Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no deceit." Nathanael said to him, "How do you know me?" Jesus answered and said to him, "Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you." Nathanael answered and said to him, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Jesus answered and said to him, "Because I said to you, I saw you under the fig tree, do you believe? You will see greater things than these." And he said to him, "Most assuredly, I say to you, hereafter you shall see heaven open and the angel of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man." May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and hearing of his word. Read into your hearing the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 43 through 51 from the New King James Version. So let's set the scene. We're with the very early disciples of Jesus around AD 26. And John's gospel is portraying Jesus as the divine Son, actively recruiting followers. Our passage starts a day after Jesus met his first few followers, Andrew, Peter, and John. And he decided to go to Galilee. It reads, the following day Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and he found Philip and said to him, "Follow me." Now Philip was from Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. I'm sorry, I'm getting tickled over my pronunciation of Bethsaida. So notice the key phrase here. He found Philip. Jesus didn't wait for Philip to show up. He actively sought him out. This highlights a fundamental truth. God is always direct in whom he calls. The call to follow Jesus is an active invitation from God to be in close union and companionship with him, to become like him. The traits of whomever you follow will influence you, and Jesus wants to influence us for good. So with the verb of follow me means a continual. It doesn't mean just, hey, follow me here, but it means a continual following. So Philip invites Nathanael. Philip's reaction is immediate and enthusiastic. The Messiah has found him, and he wants to share this good news with his friend Nathanael. And so Philip found Nathanael and said to him, "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." And Nathanael said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Philip said to him, "Come and see." Nathanael's response to the news of Jesus is immediately filled with bias. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? See, Philip comes from Cana, a town that's about 4 miles northeast of Nazareth. Actually, it's a little bit under 4 miles. And Nathanael's offhand remark reveals a deep-seated unconscious bias against the town of Nazareth. I don't know, maybe they had football teams that competed or something like that. But Philip didn't really like Nazareth. And so Nazareth wasn't a famous or politically important town, and it certainly wasn't the location from which the Messiah was expected to emerge. The location of Bethlehem is given somewhere in the book of Micah. So Nathanael's initial skepticism is clearly based on these regional stereotypes and his preconceived notions. But look at Philip's answer. This is classic. It's a masterpiece of wisdom and humility. He doesn't argue with Nathanael, nor does he attempt to overcome the local bias with a list of facts or a theological debate. He simply says, with profound simplicity, "Come and see." This straightforward invitation to experience Jesus personally is a powerful template for our own engagement with skeptics. That same call that was given back then is extended to us today. Don't let people's stereotypes about Christ, or even your own lingering doubts, cause them or you to miss out on the transformative power and unconditional love of God. Instead, we should echo Philip's perfect reply and invite them to come and see who Jesus really is, urging them to put aside their assumptions and encounter him directly. Fortunately for Nathanael, he didn't stick to his preconceived biases. He accepted the invitation and went to meet Jesus. And what happens next is a powerful demonstration of God's perfect omniscience. So the core of our lesson comes around here. Let's see. This is Jesus's initial greeting. And it says, Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no deceit. See, before, say again. Before Nathanael even opens his mouth, Jesus gives him a character evaluation. Jesus calls him an Israelite indeed, in whom is no deceit. This is a man of complete integrity, completely honest.